up, and that's when I started like rocking you and woke your ass up. I told you that.
Yeah. It's that kind of movie. Hey everybody, it's Drewski McGillicuddy, and I'm here to talk to you about Zach Cregger's new movie, Weapons. But before I talk about Weapons, I want to talk a little bit about Barbarian, because I don't know if I mentioned this in my original Barbarian reviews, but when I first heard about that movie, I didn't know anything about it. I looked at the reviews, and the first review I saw said, do not read any reviews on this movie. Don't even watch the trailer. Hell, don't even look at the poster. Well, goddammit, I saw the poster for this movie, and I was immediately intrigued. And then I saw the trailer, which I kind of wish I wouldn't have, but don't worry, the trailer doesn't necessarily give anything away other than the premise of the movie of 17 kids, all in the same class, disappear one day at 2:17 in the morning. And then our story picks up about a month later after whatever have you. Also non-linear. Even though it's linear, it takes place through 6 different perspectives, all at the same time from several different angles, which I thought was a very creative way to tell a story in the veins of like Pulp Fiction or what's another good one? Come on, help me out here. You're supposed to... Fucking useless. This movie affected me. And it's hard for a movie to normally affect me. Now, it's not that scary. It's got some creepy elements. And then there's some balls to the wall action sprinkled out throughout the movie. This is what I would consider a slow burn. So if you're looking for a balls to the wall nonstop, that's not what this is. But the movie, although it's deliberately paced, it's a slow burn, never feels boring in the slightest, because it hooks you right away with the premise. It opens up with a narration telling about the 17 kids that went missing that day, and then our story picks up a month afterwards and shows you the aftermath of everyone hates this teacher because they all blame her, even though there's no evidence that she had anything to do with it. And the trailer doesn't really give away the fact, and this is possibly a light spoiler, but there's one kid in particular in the class that, didn't go missing. And then he gets moved to another class. But then the rest of the movie is her trying to piece together what happened. And then right when you get to where you think you're going to find out the information that you want to know, the movie blue balls you. And we go into a different chapter from a different perspective, from a different character. And then right when shit's about to hit the fan, you get blue balled again. And at first it was pissing me off a little bit. But I kind of went in expecting that because I did watch a couple reviews, non-spoiler reviews. And as we get into the movie, every single time they switch to a different character's perspective, you start over, and then you can kind of piece together where and what point of the story each individual thing takes place. And then they blue ball you again. But then the payoff is one of the best fucking payoffs I've ever seen in a fucking movie, aside from Sinners. Now, this was the one movie that had the potential of dethroning Sinners as best movie of the year, or best horror movie of the year, or whatever have you. But it failed in that regard because Sinners... There's something special about that movie. But there's also something special about this movie. It's just completely different. And this is one of the most original type subgenres of this category of maybe it's horror, maybe it's not. I don't know if this is a horror movie, to be perfectly frank. People might call it a suspense thriller or just like a mystery, or it's highly original. Like the way it's filmed was inspired by, I want to say the likes of Pulp Fiction.
Or Magnolia.
Or Magnolia, which I haven't seen in a fucking ungodly amount of time, so I couldn't really tell you. But the thing about this movie is it grabs you right away and it keeps you invested because it's very character driven and all the characters in the movie are very realistic. That's one of my favorite things about this movie. The character reactions, just the way the story unfolds, everything that happens, like even up to the dream sequence. There's a few dream sequences in the movie, but there's one in particular that we'll talk about it. But it's very realistic. It seems like something that might have happened to me a few times. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that everybody should go out and watch this movie in the theater because Zach Cregger needs your support because I want to fucking let him just get bigger and bigger budgets as he progresses in his career. Because like Ryan Coogler, he's one of the most original, most creative filmmakers working today. Let me tell you, this movie gave me the first nightmare I've had in several fucking years. And if you've seen the trailer, you might kind of have a inkling of what triggered that nightmare. But let me tell you, I'm sleeping last night and I'm in a room in a house that I've never been in before, but somehow it felt very familiar. And I take a picture of the room and I go to send it to Alex, you know, my buddy that's always talking shit. And the funny thing is, like every time I go to look at the picture, there's a figure in the picture. It slowly starts revealing itself the more and more I look at the picture. And as I go to press send, this figure's front and center. And once I see it front and center, I'm frozen in fear. And then in my dream, I wake up knowing that I'm in a fucking dream. I know that I'm dreaming. I'm like, oh, this can't fucking be real. So I wake up into darkness. And I know I'm there. And I'm going... and nothing's happening. I'm flailing my fucking arms around. I'm like, fucking somebody fucking wake me up, god damn it. And I know Sarah, the secretary, is laying right next to me, but I'm, you know, trying to figure out my right from my left, and I'm like, where the fuck is she at? All I gotta do is fucking tap her a couple times, and she'll wake up and realize something ain't fucking right. Okay? Something's fucking wrong. And I'm in my head going, ah! Ah! Ah!
You were doing it in real life, too.
Ah! And I'm flailing my fucking arms around. But in reality, I'm just going, ah, ah, ah. So I finally get over to her shoulder and tap it. And it's like, God damn, why didn't you wake me up? I was fucking screaming. She's like, no, you were just whimpering and tapping your finger on my shoulder. Which was, thank God, she woke me up because it was like the most petrified I've been in probably 10 years. I had a dream a long time ago. Maybe one of these days I'll make a video about the worst nightmare I've ever had. But this definitely was the second worst nightmare I've ever had. And the fucked up thing is the movie's not even that scary. It has creepy imagery. There's some fucked up shit going on. And like each scene, you're just looking for what the fuck's in the background that's gonna fuck me up. But there's not always something in the background. But there's always tension being built. Anyway, I want to make sure I don't spoil anything about this movie. So if you made it this far, hopefully I haven't spoiled anything. I just thought the structure of the movie, the acting, the development of the characters, everything about this movie was pretty much perfection. I can't necessarily say I like it better than Barbarian because Barbarian was one of the most fucked up theater experiences I ever had. But this is a close second because just listening to the reactions that happened around us, because that's the other funny thing. I'll get into this before I give you my rating. The secretary bought a late ticket because me, Alex, and Chad, we all sat together and she sat by herself, so I'm not even able to fucking nudge her and be like, what the fuck, look at this shit. Well, look at that shit. Like, oh, I will fucking go. Oh my God. I had to wait till after the movie to find out what everybody thought. And we were all pretty much in agreement that this movie is fucked up. It's a very slow fucked up, but once it gets where it's going, it pays off very well. Now, it does end abruptly, which might be my only gripe with the movie, because that whole blue balling section, I think they were going for that. They wanted you to be, ooh, on the edge of your seat, and then like, oh, and then build you up again, and then like, oh, that way, you know. And I did watch another review. Adam Does Movies mentioned that this reminded him a lot of edging. And if you don't know what edging is, you can Google it. But to make a long story short, I'm giving this movie at least a 9 out of 10. I mean, fuck. I almost don't even want to take a whole point off for the abrupt ending, because it still lingered with me after the fact. So I almost want to give it a 10. But there's just something about it that just wants to keep me from giving it a 10. But it's damn near fucking perfect. So please, if you haven't seen it yet, don't even watch the trailer. If you haven't seen the trailer, don't fucking watch the trailer. I implore you, if you like suspense, if you like mystery, if you like creepy shit, if you like balls to the wall, what the fuck is going on right now? This is the perfect movie for you. So take your fucking ass to the theater. Otherwise, they're not going to give Zach Cregger enough money to make his third, which could possibly be his magnum opus. Because I can only see it getting better from here, buddy. I can only see it getting better from here. Because Barbarian was damn near perfection. This is damn near perfection. So, third time's a charm, baby. Third time's a fucking charm. So his third movie is fucking... I can't fucking wait. And it's been a long time. Actually, it's only been since Ryan Coogler made Sinners that I haven't been able to wait for a certain director to fucking make his next fucking movie. So, Ryan Coogler, get your fucking ass to work. Zach Cregger, get your fucking ass to work, because 2026 is shaping up to fuck. We back, baby! You want to fucking talk about there ain't no original ideas anymore? It's because you ain't going to the theater and seeing these fucking original movies. You watching this Marvel bullshit. We talk about New Line Cinema. About that. Worry about the fact that you gotta click these buttons, otherwise nobody's gonna watch my videos, and then I'm gonna feel like I'm fucking wasting my goddamn time. Okay? Anyway, I've been drinking. I'm very stressed out because of this movie. It fucked me up in ways I can't explain. I mean, I told you about the nightmare. I'm afraid to go to bed tonight. That's the truth. That's the truth of it. But yeah, like this video, comment, share. Let me know if you've seen this movie. Let me know if it fucked your shit up like it did mine. Because it fucked my shit up.